Welcome to the Pfrommer Woods Meltdown. Pfrommer Woods Meltdown is a one-round C tier. The Pfrommer Woods course is a little bit northeast of Rochester, and this took place the last weekend in March, so real wild card with the weather. I'm Dylan Reese, and joining me in the booth is friend of the channel, Tom Kent. Tom, say what's up.
What's up?
So we'll be filming the final card of the day. There was 114 competitors, and this will be the final card. And we've got four mixed divisions, I'll say. Melinda is playing FPO. She's easily the most experienced of this group. She won the 2011 AM Worlds, finished 6th place in the 2012 Pro Worlds, finishing ahead of Paige Pierce, among others. Carson's up-and-coming Rochester player, probably one of the better players in the area. And Matt and Dan are a little bit less experienced, but both have been playing pro for the past few years. Now, Pfrommer Woods is entirely wooded, so this is probably one of the more open holes. It sets up nice for a forehand or a turnover mid-range. And we play into the basket on the right here.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid hole to start your round out on. You get a good choice of, even if you're a backhand or a forehand player, you've got some options. Even if you just throw straight down the tunnel, you've got a good look at birdie. So just keep something straight and it should be decent.
And as you saw, the conditions here are a bit muddy. A few of the tees are more muddy than others. This is one of the worst ones, so everyone's got to watch their footing here. Now Dan's setting up a forehand. And he just kind of rolls it over a little bit, but he's in the center of the fairway. Should be a pretty easy second shot.
You can see the stability on the disc. It was looking like a decent shot, just a little bit of jitters there, throwing it low.
Yeah, I believe this is everyone's first time on camera, I think. So the jitters are real. Carson's pretty much a backhand-only player, so you won't see him throwing too many forehands. And he's got a buzz on a perfect line, and that's how you're looking to start the tournament.
It's about the ideal way to play that backhand.
Now Matt's got a more balanced game than Carson. He'll throw backhand or forehand. Kind of relies on the flex forehands with an overstable disc. So for some of these tunnel shots, he's really got to be precise.
Hold it.
Yeah, I mean, that'll give him a look.
Yeah, right about edge of the circle. Melinda's also mainly backhand. Probably won't see her throw any forehands today. And she's throwing mostly Innova.
I missed that. Not quite.
I just turned over a little early. But everyone's safe in the fairway. Should have fairly easy upshots.
Yeah, after seeing them, the two players who didn't quite make it into the green, should be relatively simple to get up and down. Especially for...
Yeah, Dan's got a pretty easy forehand upshot here.
Yeah.
He's throwing a zone here.
Feel good to put this close. Kind of move on to the next hole.
Yeah, take the pressure off a first hole putt. Now that's right next to the basket. Should be a pretty easy tap in from there.
Benefit of throwing a slow disc on the upshot there. It just hit the ground and sat down. Nice short putt.
Now Melinda's got a little bit of a low ceiling she's got to worry about here.
Just 50 feet closer, and I'd rather have the other shot.
Yeah, this is definitely pinched off a lot more.
But super smart there. Just pitches out to the left side of the circle. Gives herself an easy look at par.
Yeah, she didn't try to get too greedy and put it right under the basket. Played it safe.
you got a lot of chances to birdie on this course, so missing the first hole is you're not going to worry too much about it.
Yeah, a lot of chances for birdies, but also a lot of chances for bogeys.
Indeed.
And Matt's off to a good start. Probably about a 30-footer there for his birdie.
Yeah, Robo Matt, a nice big left knee brace, keeping him stable on that putt.
Yeah, Matt has tore his, I forget if it's his MCL or his ACL twice.
Oh my.
And if you listen carefully, you can actually hear the knee brace squeaking throughout the video.
Oh boy. Good focus from Melinda.
Had a good recovery for a par on the first hole. And Dan's got about 15 to 18 feet here for his par.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's going to want that one back.
Yeah, you can see he really expects to make that, so unfortunate.
Yeah, the camera jitters are definitely real. I think that's one he makes more often than not. And Carson taps in his perfect drive.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
And after one hole, we've already seen a bit of movement here.
We'll see, coming into twos, we'll see the preview here. As you can see, you're not looking at much of a gap. I personally think this is a great forehand roller hole. Dylan's got enough power that he could go up over the top. I'll be curious to see how these players attack it. You got a lot of options. I don't think many of them are really that consistent to get you to two, but it's not that long, so it's very doable.
Yeah, the main thing is it's a very low ceiling, or you can potentially go all the way over the top.
Fairway?
It sounds like Carson's going to be looking for a skip shot, so he's going to be going low with a Raptor and looking for a big skip. You can kind of see up high there's some blue sky up there that you can go over all these trees as well.
Just get past.
Still pretty darn good.
Yeah, let's a look.
Yeah, he found a good line, and the skip kind of took him a little long, but he'll be putting.
If you can get past first available, you're gonna have a look. If you get past first available, par's very easy, and you're probably gonna have a look at two. Looks like going over the top here.
Yeah, Matt's looking for a huge tomahawk here.
Oh, unlucky. I think that's a great choice on this hole. It's just, got to find your way past the one.
Yeah, that had gotten around that first tree. That's putting for sure.
Melinda going probably some more rat to Carson here with just a nice straight backhand under the tunnel.
Yep, Melinda's throwing a pro wraith here. Just trying to keep it low.
Oh, it worked.
There you go.
And that found its way through. Not really sure what gap that hit, but it was clean all the way.
Yeah, I call this one a bit of a poke and hope. You throw it hard, you hope it hits a gap in the trees, and if it does, you get rewarded.
Oh, there you go. There's the poke and hope. That was looking good and managed to hit 3 trees.
Nearly identical shot, very different result in terms of, look at birdie here.
So Matt doesn't have much of a look here.
It's basically the tee shot, except he can't really go over the top as easily. So,
Well, he's looking up.
he's looking up.
And he's going to try to go over again. Setting up a slow panning tomahawk, it looks like. It's high enough.
Oh,
Well, that's in play. That's about 40 feet short left, but I would say Matt's strongest part of his game is his putting. Last fall, or spring, I guess, during the pandemic when everything was shut down, Matt hit 160 20-foot putts in one of the live putting competitions. on Facebook Live.
I don't think I can count to 160.
Well, he got there.
That's amazing. That's it. Honestly, like borderline career achievement. That's very impressive. Let's see how we can do on this putt here. Oh,
Yeah, gave it a chance. Good
Yeah.
run from Dan.
that's a great little spin putt out of him. I like the confidence on that after his, short miss on the last hole. He gave that one a bid.
So Matt's probably just on the edge of the circle here.
Great putt there.
Yeah, never offline. Part of the chains.
Great stroke. He's got a nice little, kind of a floaty spin putt. Uses a good weight shift. You can see the confidence in setting up his line. Carson surveying.
Ooh, low right, and it's in.
Well done.
Carson off to a hot start, 2 down through 2.
Dylan, I think one of my favorite things about disc golf is how different everyone putts and how so many people can be effective with different styles. I think even on this card, we've got 4 totally different putting strokes, and they're all making putts so far. And I say that.
Spoke too soon.
I apologize, Melinda. You can checks in the mail for that one. That's on me.
No, putting's weird. You can have any form you like. It's all about repetition. You can get good at anything if you do it enough. Kind of an unfortunate par for Melinda there after such a good drive. Matt with a great recovery. And Dan kind of the hard luck there. Looked like a good drive and just didn't get through the gap. Hole 3 is tricky this time of year. A forehand roller plays really well here, but as you can see, this fairway is quite wet right now, so getting a roller to cut through here, really not an option. The skip shot also good, but again, that muddy area is right where you want it to skip, so probably going to need an air shot.
Yeah, I like a flex shot with something like a Firebird. You throw it pretty soft on a little Annie and just let the stability of the disc do the work. But
Carson's throwing a Justice here. Oh,
a little bit of a slip.
Took a slip, and he's. We didn't mention during the preview there, but if you go left early, it is pretty much jail everywhere in there.
Yeah. This is another hole where you could really just kind of play straight and get a look, but everyone's got ace on their mind when the hole's under 300 feet, so.
Yeah, if you just play this 230 feet dead straight, you'll get probably a 40-foot putt, but if you're trying to get closer and you cut in too early, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
This is looking good if it gets a skip. Oh, and it's a little bit short. It looked like it was going to get a nice skip around the corner, but Melinda's going to be pinched now. Yeah, everyone's checking this tee after Carson slipped on his shot. Uh-oh, that's in trouble. This is going to be tough because he's not going to be able to really step out and get any power on this. He's going to have to be careful not to go left.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
Oh, and he knows it. He's in a bad spot right now.
You dog, you. Roll out enough.
Yeah, he's got about 100 trees between himself and the basket, but he's only about 50 feet away.
You see him looking up, looking left, looking right. He's going to have to get creative to get close to the basket here, honestly.
Yep, he's setting up a scuba. Yeah, that's kind of what you expect when you end up in this spot. You can see even where Matt is in the center of the fairway, he's just 30 feet short of the corner, and he's going to have to try some step out, turnover forehand.
Yeah, good play.
Yeah, he'll have a putt from there. Looks like Dan's up again. At least he can see the basket now. Not sure if he's got a good line, though. Yeah, I just never had that turned over enough. Carson somehow has an open look, it looks like. He's just going to have to straddle around this skinny tree.
Oh, interesting. Looks like he's just doesn't even want to deal with hitting a tree early when he's really trying to give it the extra to get there. So he just pitches up, takes the par.
Looks like Melinda was considering a chicken wing there. But I think she's thought better of that and is going to try a little forehand roller.
Yeah, well played.
Yeah, I didn't get too greedy there. When you're out of position on this one, better to just play it safe and try to take your par.
Good putt.
I'm sure Dan's glad to be off this one. That was a rough right side, left side, back and forth for him. That cleans up his par.
Honestly, with the shape of this hole, I'd almost call this a bonus birdie, especially for the field we have at this tournament here. I'd say not many people are doing this.
In the MPO division, there was only 1-2 all day.
There you go.
Dan Traub got it.
Traub's a great player. It's a real challenging hole. I think that my course notes there. Maybe people would try and go a little straighter next time. I think that's I'd rather have a 40-footer
Then nothing at all.
than no footer.
Hole 4, you've got a gap down the left for a forehand if you like, or the right side is quite a bit more open for a backhand hyzer. Overstable putter, mid-range. You could even go something faster and play a skip shot if you're looking to run an ace. Yeah, Carson's a little gun shy now on the tees.
Yeah. Throwing the hyzer, there's a tree that kind of defines the backside of that right-hand fairway, and all you got to do is cut inside it. And
Oh, this is looking good.
oh yeah,
Oh, that was a floater.
there you go.
That's about as good as you can do it.
Honestly, I call this a pretty simple hole. Most of these players are right. They're all right-handed. They can all throw backhand. Just throw a hyzer.
Carson just went zone. Matt is going destroyer. A little bit of a different choice.
Sit straight.
Yeah, he just never got it on that hyzer angle and just too straight.
Yeah, trying to use the speed of the disc to get a nice big flare skip to the left, and just misses the line a little there.
He should still have a putt though from there. He's just going to be in the bushes. This is looking good. Oh, but no ground play at all.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. She'll have a look.
And Dan's eyeing up the hyzer line as well. This is looking good.
Yeah, looks like a pretty slow disc, maybe putter.
Looks like he
I thought it was gonna track the basket.
caught an iron branch, possibly.
Tiny branch, I guess. Oh my god.
Oh, it confirmed an iron branch from Carson.
Unfortunate.
He's still got a look, though. He's probably 45, 50 feet here.
Yeah, a little spin putt of his, he can give it a run. Yeah, give it a chance.
Yeah. All you can ask from there. Looks like Matt managed to stay out of the thorn bushes. And he'll have probably just outside the circle from here.
Ooh.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Just a chain or two high.
Call this 30 feet from Melinda.
Yeah, a little bit later in the summer, this probably would have been parked with a little skip.
Tough footing. It's a little bit uphill. Camera's a little hard to tell, so she's got to get some push on this. Oh,
Oh, it just hangs it a little to the right.
I do not want to be putting from her lie like that. That looked rough with the squishy feet.
Yeah, tough to get any power from your legs when you're sinking into your stance.
Yeah.
This is one of the easier holes, I would say. I think everybody would probably be at this level disappointed to not be picking up the birdie.
Yeah. I mean, you can see everyone had some kind of look at the two, and 3 of those shots were.
Yeah, 3 of them drew metal.
It sound right, boys.
Carson continuing his hot start. 3 down through 4. Matt just trailing by 2 here. All right, hole 5. In my mind, definitely a forehand with an overstable mid-range. Pretty low ceiling, but once you make it through this tunnel, it's pretty much a wide open green.
Yeah, hit the gap, push forward a little bit. You could go with something, flippy and maybe like an understable putter. Looks like that's what we got from Carson here.
Yeah, he's throwing a challenger here. Gonna have to put a little. Oh, he's got the perfect angle on it. It looks like.
And if that's stuck, should be a good. Ooh, little follow flight here. Look at that, back-to-back holes inside the bullseye.
Yeah. Easiest way to become a better putter is to throw the disc closer to the basket.
Yeah.
Matt's lining up the forehand, and this is, with his forehand, he likes to throw the flex shots. This is a tricky angle to flex it. Well, also tricky to flex it when you throw it into the ground.
Yeah. You'd see the player's reaction. He's not happy with it. We'll leave it at that. We'll see what Melinda can work on the backhand here.
Yeah, Melinda's got a Mako 3 here. Just trying to throw it flat and let the disc work to the right. Oh. Now that's going to be in trouble because she's not all the way through the tunnel, and she's kind of pinched off really close to those trees.
Yeah.
Dan's got a Firebird here. He's just going to try to rip this and let the disc do the work and finish hard right.
Oh, that's a putt.
Oh.
We love that.
Great kick.
I'm-
Some good
Yeah.
tree love there.
Did that hit a tree or was that
Yeah,
clean? Okay,
yeah.
so he did get a tree.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell it was on an Annie, and then it came out of the woods on a hyzer, like, immediately.
Well, maybe Dan can get one back here with a little tree love.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Matt plays a nice recovery.
Much farther than my drive.
Should have an easy. Oh yeah, it's never a good feeling when your approach shot is longer than your drive was. Yeah, Melinda is pinched off. She's got a tricky stance here.
Hopefully her off-season work has included some balance work. Looks like it may have with a shot. That's smooth.
Ooh.
great little step out backhand there.
Yeah, patent pending. Almost had a chance to go in there.
I thought that was
I like the speed control. This is a little, the green's a little bit downhill. You can, on your approach shot, you can get a little aggressive there, and she stuck it.
And Dan looks like he's just outside the circle here for his first birdie of the round.
Razzed by Woody the Woodpecker, unfortunate.
Yeah, he's had a couple of those where he's not leaving him short. He's giving him a chance, just not quite dialed yet. All right, well, he makes the comebacker in for his par.
You kind of feel like if Dan hits one of those, he's just going to keep hitting them, right? He's get find that line.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have gotten into a rhythm yet. Then Melinda did a great three after that short tee shot. Matt's got this for his 3 save. No problem. And Carson is in the bullseye for second straight hole. Maybe edge of the bullseye.
Step and a half, I call it. Call it 12 feet.
Carson continuing his hot start for the first 5.
Matt and Melinda, not too far back. There's a lot of birdies, as you said, a lot of bogeys available.
Hole 6 is another one. You've got a choice, left or right gap. The left gap with the forehand is a lot more open, but the right gap is the ace line. If you're looking to ace it, you got to hit the line right over that stump kind of in the center of the screen. This is another soggy tee. Carson's going to be going a standstill. Oh, he's going to want that one back for sure.
Even hitting that first available, he can still run the second shot. It's a little bit uphill. Hole's not too long.
Yeah, this is another one with Matt's flex forehand. It's going to be tough to get it right enough early.
You're right. It's short.
Eh. He's putting.
Oh crap! I want
There's
to
a
cross that
lot
little
of water.
fast.
It looks like Melinda's lining up the right gap here.
That Mako 3 again.
Yep, that's her Mako 3 again. Just gonna look to put something on a smooth hyzer here.
Shot, Melinda.
Love it.
Well, that's how you do it. Yeah, you can see how much tighter that gap is on the backhand side. Dan looks like he's eyeing up a forehand zone here. It's a little too straight, but he'll be putting.
Didn't even know that I did. Forgot that I spotted.
Backside of the green. It's a nice shot.
Oh, cool.
Matt was just talking about his hole sponsor sign managed to survive the windstorm of the night before, where the rest of the course was T signs were blowing all over. Carson's got about 100 feet here, but pretty much open.
Oh yeah.
Good bid.
Good run. You laid up on hole 3. You crazy.
Just short. Great effort from that distance. Yeah, Matt did go a bit deep here. He's probably 25 to 30 feet on the backside.
Great putt.
Another good putt for Matt. Very deliberate with his setup and his routine there.
I like that he really takes his time. It looks like he maybe wanted to start putting there once and held back.
Yeah, there was actually a number of holes where he fooled the cameras with it. Oh no, that's a pretty bad chain out. It looked like
That you can see the flag blowing towards the direction the disc got pushed out of the hole. I think that's perfectly calm day. I think that one drops in.
yeah, that got a lot of chains. Melinda's in for a good birdie. Kind of an unfortunate kick for Dan after kind of a rough start to have a chain out on your first birdie.
Yeah. Yeah, you really hope you're on the board before 6 in this course.
Yeah. So Matt's going to take the box from Carson. Melinda's going to move up as well. Hole 7 is kind of got the feel of hole 2 with fewer trees, I guess. Low ceiling,
Sound right, boys.
kind of a right to left moving shot. A lot of different options here.
Yeah, the gap's really open if you want to throw a flex forehand. It's probably the most attackable angle on the gap, but it's a very backhand friendly hole. It's not too long. Fits well for a nice little flip up hyzer or even a skip shot.
I'm actually surprised Matt's not throwing forehand. But he's got the backhand dialed.
Hey.
Well, and that's what you get when you throw a 13-speed driver on a 240-foot hole. Tough to put the brakes on.
Seems like an aggressive player, and I mean it's paying off so far. He's playing pretty well. We'll see what Melinda can do with a
TD2 she's throwing.
All right. Wrong disc.
Yeah, definitely the wrong disc. No, that's the tree to beat with the backhand. So Tom was talking about with a flexed forehand, you just get a wider release angle, and it's a bit easier to get around that first available.
Yeah, that little tree really makes the backhand gap feel small, even though once you beat it, it's pretty big.
Now Carson switched to a standstill after his slip a few holes earlier. Looked like it was a good line. He just didn't have quite enough power, maybe with that the standstill instead of his normal run up.
Yeah, maybe a little more understable of a disc and let it flip up some more. All in all, he's got a look. He's got a birdie chance. Gonna be happy with that.
Absolute disc magnet, that tree. It's taken down Dan and Melinda's. Now Dan's actually lining up the flex forehand. Looks like a little too much flex. He's gonna be in trouble on the left side. It looks like he's in some thorns. I should say none of these players have played this course a lot. Carson and Melinda said they'd played it about a dozen times. Matt only 4 or 5 times, and I think Dan's only played it once. So some of these trickier holes where there might be a forehand or a backhand option, they might just be going with their first thoughts here and not really test it out.
Yeah. When Dylan asked me to come and commentate this with him, I went out and played a few times a week or 2 ago just to familiarize myself with the course, and it's got some teeth. It can really get you if you, as we're seeing from Dan here.
Yeah, that's about all he could manage from there. Just getting out. And Melinda is way off to the right, but really nothing in the way.
Yeah, just pitching up.
And Carson looks like he actually made it into the circle. Probably right on the edge, 33 feet or so.
Yeah, I've seen him make from this distance, so see if you can cash another.
Didn't leave it short, at least.
I thought it was in. Sometimes the angle from the camera can be a little deceiving. See, Matt's got some awkward footing here.
Yeah, he's got to straddle around a tree into a slick mud area.
Great putt.
Another good putt for Matt. That's I think his third edge of circle putt.
Yeah. You said putting is his strong suit, and you were not lying. This man's doing some work on the green so far.
And Dan's in for the bogey. Not horrible after hitting the first available. Ooh.
Well, spicy of a comebacker, Carson.
Carson testing that, he gives a little tap, testing that left side rim.
Good finish from Melinda there.
Yeah, after the first available, kind of tough, especially if you're out of position.
Matt Miller, that hot putting, closing the gap on Carson. We've got a one-stroke game right now.
Hole 8 is, I would say, definitely the most demanding tee shot. 350-ish feet, probably only 20 feet wide, and you've got an OB rock wall the entire right side.
I mean, definitely the hardest hole in the front 9. Might be second hardest hole on the course. Something pretty close to that.
I think it's a little bit easier to birdie than hole 14, but the added OB definitely bumps up the scoring average.
You pulled it just a little too much. Had that mind.
This is another hole where a forehand kind of opens up the initial gap, but a backhand shapes up once you hit the initial gap a little better.
Yeah, this tree right in the middle is scary to throw it at. And Carson has somehow
At the end, yeah.
I think I putted from there before.
he's somehow pin high despite completely missing the fairway.
Hey, sometimes bad shots get great results.
Yep, that's a perfect example of that. Melinda's lining up that TD2 again.
Oh, baby, let's go.
Oh, that's looking great.
That was a perfect shot. Just caught the trunk at the very end. She's going to be just outside the circle. Well, Dan he's safe. He's not out of bounds, but he's kicked way left.
If I throw a really good shot, can I get one of those hunts?
Huh?
So if I throw a really good shot, can I get one of those hunts?
Yeah, you have yet to do that, so.
Also, I was wondering if Dan had made it this far. This is actually kind of a second fairway. So if you go way off track, you actually have a pretty good line from here. Yeah, Dan just hasn't gotten that rhythm yet. We're 8 holes in a one-round tournament. It's gonna be tough to come back for him.
Yeah, all you can do at that point is just try and throw a good next shot.
Yep. No, Matt took a pretty fortunate kick just to land in the middle of the fairway. It's probably about 150 feet from here.
Nice little par 2. Get up and down, take your par in the hole. That's what I like to call these up shots, where you're now playing a 200-foot hole after you messed up your tee shot. Catches wood late. It's going to be left with a putt.
Yeah, he's going to have another tester about the edge of the circle. He's been making them so far, but it's a tough way to score when you've got to make 30-footer after 30-footer.
Yeah. Just because he's confident in his putt doesn't mean he wants 30-footers every day.
That's kind of the story of Dan's day right there.
Yeah.
You heard him straight from his mouth one of those days. Throws a good shot and then rolls 25 feet away.
What a bit of an awkward stance here. Kind of unfortunate given how nice that drive shaped.
Yeah, I actually think she's kind of forced to throw a big hyzer putt here to give it any kind of chance.
Oh, goodness.
Oof. Flashes the chains there.
That actually would have been the only two in the pro divisions. I don't have the AM numbers in front of me, but I would be surprised if any of the AMs got it.
Wow.
Matt Miller, putting machine. His fourth putt from edge of the circle. That one was probably outside. He gets a nice run in there. And Carson can't capitalize after the luckiest drive this hole has probably ever seen.
Got a good putt from Dan.
We'll just clean up the rest of these. Not too much damage for how big a teeth this hole really has. Everyone stayed in bounds. No big blow-ups. This one can get out of hand quickly if you go out of bounds early.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean I think that's kind of the deal with this course is if you got to throw at least one good shot on the hole, and if it's not your tee shot, you're not getting a birdie.
Yeah. Hole 9's got the rock wall, probably about 50 feet in front of the basket. So it's a 220-foot tunnel shot to clear the rock wall, and if you're over the rock wall, you're gonna have a putt.
Yeah. If you're a little farther left on the rock wall, you're going to be in the circle, but right on the edge. So,
yeah, if you hyzer out short of it, you can still have a pretty good putt.
That's where I always am.
This looks a little high. Well, he's gonna have a putt from there.
Yeah.
And based on how he's been throwing them, he'll probably have a pretty good chance. Carson needed a little more height on that, but
It's very makeable too for Carson from there. You know, he'd love to be on the other side of the wall, but you know, he's gonna have to make some putts if he wants to cash some birdies on this course. Some more birdies, I should say. He's already, 4 down?
yeah, 4 down through the first 8.
Yeah, that's pretty good. See what Melinda can do.
This is looking good. Just gonna hyzer out a little early.
Ooh, bit of a skip there.
So Melinda's gonna be pin high on the short side of the wall, kind of in the brush a little bit. It looks like. Yeah, Dan has just not gotten any rhythm whatsoever. He's in a bad spot now. This left side has got no looks.
You can see all those trees just blocking the straight route to the basket, and the natural fairway is a very awkward angle for him to take advantage of from his position. So this is a bit of a poke and hope from here.
Well, he's over the wall at least. He'll have a putt.
Or an overhand.
Oh, a bit longer than he would have liked, though. Another good run, just a little high right. That's I think his third long one he's missed, just high right.
Pretty consistent. I feel like
Couldn't decide. I didn't want to
if
put
you
it
move the basket a foot right and a foot up, he makes all those putts. He's hitting that same high right miss.
Yeah, Melinda looked like she didn't really have much of a line there. Yeah. Carson looks like he's got an open look, but he's probably about 50 feet.
Even being pretty straight and under 300, I can't imagine this is tooed that much.
No, it's the uphill and the rock wall really force you to throw it a bit higher than you'd like to, I think. And Matt's shot was a good example of that. If you get it too high and don't have the disc finishing straight, it's just going to stall out. Dan has got only about 25 feet here, but he's got a tree directly in his line. He's got to straddle around it.
Just 2 inches low. You can see the flag moving, a little bit of a tailwind. Just fell out of the sky. Unlucky. Carson, good confident delivery.
Yeah, that was very firm off the pole. Matt taps his in.
Pick it up. You're fine.
I think that just tells you Dan stays so far. He just tries to pick his disc up out of the basket, and the disc wants nothing to do with him.
Yeah, I will say this though. Dan had a good attitude all day. He was obviously struggling, but didn't let it bring himself down or anyone else on the card. We've got the front 9 leaders. Carson off to a hot start. Jake Peters also sits at 4 down, and it's pretty competitive here at the top. We've got a number of players within striking distance going into the back. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe and keep a lookout for the back 9.